New at 11, a man says officers mistook him for a suspect and then ran him down with a patrol car.
It hurt bad. Gloves all on my back.
Warren Hill showed us the injuries he says he suffered last week when he says an Atlanta police officer ran him over.
My head, my back, my neck, my whole body. If you get hit by a car, what you think will happen?
It happened last Thursday night in the parking lot of the Mall West End when he says an APD officer mistook him for a domestic violence suspect.
But I was trying to get away from the cops, and I was scared of the cops, so I ran. So they thought I was that suspect and ran me down like a dog or animal.
He says the real suspect got away. We contacted APD, who told me the officer is now on leave, while the Office of Professional Standards investigates. Hill tells me after police realized they had the wrong guy, they still arrested him, after discovering he had an outstanding warrant for a broken taillight and failure to appear in court. Still, he says it was a case of mistaken identity that led to his painful encounter with a police car.
Madness, heartless. I'm a human being.
Hill is considering filing a lawsuit against Atlanta police. APD tells me the report about what happened here isn't available yet, but they say more information should be available sometime.
YouTube, what's going on? It's your boy Trey back again, hit you with a video. This video right here comes straight out of you-know-where, funky Georgia. And we know Georgia from a lot of things, whether it's Ludacris, whether it's Lil Scrappy, Mama D, or whoever, just a whole bunch of ratchetness that goes on in Georgia. And it's no surprise that this comes straight out the ATL. Big shout out to Atlanta down there doing your thing. So anyway, you have a guy basically in a parking lot or whatever, and police mistake him for somebody else. And you know the old saying they always say, well, all black people look alike. So let me just keep this thing real off top. You know, there's no need to sugarcoat anything. We're not making cakes today. We're not making pies. So let's just keep it simple and sweet. You know what I'm saying? So they always say that black people look alike. It's been a long running joke for years. And I don't know if that cop in Atlanta was thinking the same thing or if he actually thought that was the guy. But either way it go, the guy paid a hell of a price. So I'm finna read this little snippet from their little statement that they always put out filled with a bunch of lies and loopholes. And I'll come back with my opinion. It says a police officer in Atlanta, Georgia is being accused of intentionally ramming his car into a man he mistook for a suspect. Warren Hill said the officer ran him over last week in a parking lot after mistaking him for a domestic violence suspect. Hill admitted that when he saw the police car, he tried to run, which was very crazy. Hill said police realized that he was not the suspect in question, but the officer still arrested him over an outstanding warrant for a broken taillight and failure to appear in court. Now, what kind of sense that make right there? Now, let's get this straight right here. Now, you in a parking lot, and you in Georgia, and you in Atlanta, and you have a warrant for your arrest, and you just out and about like it ain't nothing. Now, I don't know how serious those broken taillights issue is in Georgia or anywhere else in the southern states, Alabama, or what have you, South Carolina. But I know one thing. In Cali, Texas, it depends on what city you in for as your broken tail light. But in Cali, I don't think it's not that serious because I done had a few friends that had like little speeding tickets, warrants, and broken tail lights, and they didn't get chased down like that. But anyway, so the guy basically takes off running once he see the cops due to the fact that he had a warrant for his arrest for the broken taillight. Now, they was trying to find somebody they wanted on a domestic violence charge. So I guess a domestic violence charge is enough warrant for them to run somebody over. Let's get that through our heads real quick. Let's let that soak. Okay, it's soaked enough. Now, think about this. If you have a domestic violence warrant, you don't really know the whole details of the situation. If you the police officer in questioning, if you the one in the car and you pull it up on your little laptop that they be having or whatever, and you look up, say, oh, this like a guy that was wanted for domestic violence, I'm gonna run his ass over. So you mean to tell me just because somebody get into an altercation you really don't know nothing about, that's what the court system for, that's what going to court for. Now, he did miss court and everything, had a failure to appeal, which is still not enough warrant enough to run this man over, which don't make no damn sense to me. I don't know if people think we crazy, or I don't know if we living in a day and age where if you steal a piece of gum, they can gun you down, which they probably will, because hell, if you get 3 strikes in certain states, especially Cali, it depends on what it is and who you are, you'll mess around and get 25 to life, which is very stupid, which is just a way to fill up the industrial prison complex. That's all it really is. But due to the fact that this officer chose to run this man over, even though he took off running. When these police started using their cars as battering rams, when they started using their cars as a weapon, and I thought for sure if a man was running and he was unarmed, you couldn't run him over with no car. Now we seen the video. I seen the video. I ain't gonna say we. I seen the video. I'm sure a lot of you all have seen it. If you ain't seen it, you need to see it. But if your stomach weak, don't watch it. You had this Caucasian woman. She was about 19 to 30 years old, and she was shooting at police. And you can see her running across the field in a cop car come across the other side of the highway, gets on top of the sidewalk and grabs her. You can see her turn around trying to shoot again, and he runs a slap over with the car, kills her right there on the spot. Now, I can see enough sincerity and enough, you know, however it should be for him to run her over, you know, because what she did, her actions warrant what he done, because she was turning around shooting not only at other cops but also at him. So he ran her ass over and she died. Now, this guy didn't have a gun, but he had a warrant. So you mean to tell me somebody with a domestic violence warrant could get ran down and get shot in the back, even though he didn't get shot? But there are plenty of other cases where guys and females also done got shot over these stupid ass little warrants. So all I'm saying is this right here, and you all opinion, family, is this serious enough for this man to get run over just because he took off running? Now, a lot of you all might say, well, let's just be logical, let's just be reasonable, let's play both sides. You might say, well, you know, he broke the law, he had a broken tail light. Fine, cool. It's not like the man stole something. It's not like he raped somebody and like he was out there selling dope or something. He had a broken tail light, he didn't go to court. Fine, cool. All right, now, think about this right here. Now, what if the same guy was out here trying to get money to pay for his ticket and pay for the warrant and everything else, because you have to have money? What if he didn't have the money to get the charge taken care of or to hire an attorney? You know, because it depends on a lot of places you're at, especially in these southern states. They would try to railroad your ass for the littlest thing, and you wind up being on probation for a damn broken tail light. So I don't know what was in his mind, but at the same time, I do not understand how in the hell a police could run a guy over for just a domestic violence warrant. And it's not like he killed the girl, because if, trust me, think about this, I think about the news. If you would have did something serious enough, the news would have put it out, well, she was in the hospital, she had a broken eye socket, broken leg. You know, they will expose all that. So I'm not saying he shouldn't have put his hand on her anyway, and we don't even know if it's a her. But at the same time, I'm just, you know, hypothetically speaking, hoping that it's a her, and if it's not, hey, so be it. But at the same time, I don't understand how these cops can use their cars as battering rams when it's like it's not that serious. You know, if he took off running, okay, call for backup and chase his ass down. But what if you would have killed the guy? And you were willing to run a guy over, kill a guy for a broken taillight? For the domestic violence warrant, because remember, they didn't know about the broken taillight. So you willing to run him over and kill him because of that? But at the same time, he did run because he had the damn warrant. But at the same time, you also know that it's a lot of stuff going on out here, a lot of crooked stuff going on here. People getting shot in the back in police cars, people getting killed while they handcuffed, people dying in jail cells. Sandra Bland, a few other people, you know, even though some of their names don't get mentioned, but Sandra did. So I don't know what he was thinking or what his intention was, but at the same time, I do not see that it was so severe enough for this cop to run this guy over just because of domestic violence warrant. It's like you can apprehend this man some kind of way, you know. And a lot of y'all saying, well, it's good that he didn't shoot him, which is right, because hey, ever since Trump made that little speech the other day, where he's saying, don't be so nice when you put their head in the car. You know how you dip down. He did a little illustration with his hand. He was basically saying, just push their ass in the car. If they hit their head, they hit their head. You know, so evidently a lot of these police taking that to heart, but they was already doing this way before Trump even started to say that. So let me know what you all think in the comment section about this, because this is real crazy. In your opinion, you know, was it justified or was the cop wrong? That's what I really want to know right there. And also, do he have a lawsuit? Do you think he have a lawsuit? Because I don't think he do. Maybe he do, maybe he don't. But, you know, I just say what I know, the little bit I know, and I just share it with the rest. Anyway, this has been your boy Trey. You like, subscribe. Till next time. Hey, if you want it, sit your ass down somewhere and get you some money and take care of this stuff. Don't be out here running from these damn people, because they running your ass over, shooting you in the ass, the kneecap, everywhere. So calm down, you know, get your money right and take care of that stuff. Anyway, I'm out.